relatives, or being on some other Facebook or Twitter or whatever. It's just a meme. Of course, huge magnitude if it works. But I don't think it's a relevant question really being in one channel or 10 different channels. The main thing is, do you want people to talk about your product? And I think most of the companies do want that.
A small comment from...
Could I add?
Wait a second.
All right.
Just to point out also, I think we have a lot of destination marketing organizations here. So is now the time that if your customers aren't exchanging their pictures and comments and so on, your destination no longer exists. So it's now time that you must do something at least to trigger out the social appearance.
Well, I personally wouldn't just do something. I would first start by answering the question why, and then in many cases, if you're launching a new product, I think it's relevant being in social media because you have something new to offer. I mean, there's no newspapers writing about you whether or if there's no news about your service or product. Then if you're already a published or launched product or service, I think what you should be doing then is trying to sort of come up with ideas about how you must start creating content. Otherwise, if you're just putting your logo onto Facebook, well, people won't talk about you. So you need to start creating a theme or some content around that, and that well, you need to really be quite into that because just buying a campaign from some company that's not enough. Or then you need to know that this case will only take 2 weeks, but you can count that you'll get longer sort of value from it.
You took the word out of my mouth, so I'll shut up.
Okay, questions? Yeah?
Yes, I had a question regarding this, when a person is become a brand actually in the Facebook.
So is there a risk or an opportunity for the company that this person, you can't ask for the person updating your participating in a discussion forum or whatsoever representing the company, but when you employ him, you can't ask what his hobbies are or political stages or religious things, but those are as well in the Facebook, maybe when he's discussing as a private person in different forums.
I could answer at least my point of view. I think we currently in the media also and in many of my private networks, there are sort of company CEOs or managing directors that somewhat, I mean, they are posting on a personal level on things on Facebook or Twitter, but then again, it sort of somehow looks a bit controversial when reflecting that to the company that they are working with. In many times when I associate somebody, especially if not in my sort of core network of 20 people, then I quite often reflect him to the company that he works for, and especially if he's a spokesman, the CEO, for example, then in that case I would be personally taking the standpoint that I'm not posting too much onto, or if I do, I really think that through before I do anything. You should have a look. I posted to you a site, for example, about LinkedIn. There's this Finnish guy who has, I think, 27,000 contacts or personal contacts in LinkedIn. I think he's the 20th known LinkedIn guy, and he's a guy you should talk to, especially about these things, because we should have him here, but he's in Singapore.
Yeah, that's definitely, I can second that. I mean, thinking about what to post is crucial. There are a bunch of good examples when people have posted something onto Facebook without really understanding that actually their boss might be reading that and got fired for blaming their boss for whatever. So it definitely, you need to be careful.
Yeah, I think companies should have some kind of guide or guidelines, that things that they don't life that people post, but of course there's a freedom of speech, so I think everybody can write what they want. But it's like we don't go out to a square and yell there that I hate this brand, or like tell about competitors' bad things in publicly. So I think people should think more of Facebook also that way. And when people are having so many friends, 500 and even more, are they really that good friends? So you should always think that they actually go also beyond that. And when people comment on those, it will also go to their friends and their friends. So people have to be really careful. But how I personally use Twitter and Facebook, I write personal things there and company-related things. If someone would say to me that I can't write my personal stuff there, I would be really angry, because I see it as a freedom of speech. But also, how I see Facebook is that I made a decision that I didn't want to post my anything related to politics or religion in my account. So that's kind of the limit. And then my own advice is that you don't say bad things about people or even probably brands.
I think we could take
a quick example. A week ago, I got quite good information on what our competitor will be doing next year with certain destinations. Of course, I shouldn't, but I have a friend who has friend who has friend who has friend who is a guide with that company in the destination, and I know now exactly what they're going to do it. If I use that information or not, but I could, and I shouldn't know it. So you got to be careful doing that. We have a company rule that we don't use Facebook or Twitter in that way that we wouldn't be telling any client, because most of the people who get that information are our clients. So the same things we say to the client face to face, we can do that, but nothing else.
Let's take a question from the wall. I think this could go to also, first of all, Harriet, and then Tuomo. How do you use data from your clients to product development and marketing? I see this product development question is an interesting one.
We use quite a lot of that data, and we say it openly and publicly. That's what our advisors are, and those initiatives, what they give to us, that's definitely data for us to develop our stores. And I told you earlier example about those 12 stores what we renewed. That process is continuing, and we are all the time using those ideas what we have received from the advisors to do that. We do quite a lot of marketing research also, not only based to these advisors' data, but also to our or
customer loyalty.
Loyalty program customers, sorry. Loyalty program customers, quite a lot of research, and especially with that data, because we know them quite well, and quite big part of our advisors are also our loyalty customers, and we know lots of data from them and lots of what they actually shop, not on the name level of course, but as a grouped data. And yes, we do use that, and it's very valuable information for us.
So is it written in your strategy that in some timeline you will be published as a customer-driven company?
Kind of hoping so.
Okay, we're waiting for it. How about?
We have been collecting customer feedback 25 years in that way that we get about 40% of our clients are giving feedback, answering 50 questions, which is about 140, 150,000 people are telling us how did it go. And of course that is the driving force. What hotels to use next time, what destinations not to use. Social media is one extra bonus way of getting the feedback. To be honest, there are not too many new things coming from the clients that we wouldn't know already. So when there's a problem with something, we hear directly from the clients, and then we try to fix it. What comes to new destinations, when people are always asking that, is there something in discussions or